Okay,
Great. My name is Julie. I'll be asking the questions.
thank you.
Okay. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah. And only one who has lived on the other side of the wall and come home would really know.
Through the criminal justice system in the city of Philadelphia, I have maybe about, I'm going to start with 50, but I also have more than that, men and women who have been incarcerated.
The first time I went to prison, reentry was not even heard of.
I didn't have a lot of information before I came home.
My expectations of reentry was to help me get stable housing, a job, further my education.
Well, it was kind of hard for me because I served almost 20 years. And when I came home, it was like I was in another dimension, another world. You know, everything was so different for me. You know, I didn't know how to find help, who to go to, what to do. You know, I felt lost. I felt like I belonged back in that cage. You know, that's how I felt.
What was it like seeing the world after 20 years of not being there?
To be honest with you, and this is gonna seem kind of funny, but I thought everybody out here done went crazy. I seriously did, because I was sitting on the bus coming home and people were talking to themselves. See, the phones were new to me. I didn't know about the wires in the ears, and I'm looking around the bus and I'm thinking, oh, what happened out here? The world went crazy.
This time coming out, I had a perception that there would be a whole litany of services that would be available. You know, you see it, you hear about it, you hear it through the news, and coming out and having some of those resources available, but not really knowing how to navigate those resources, where they are, how do I get there, how do I pay to get there, am I still familiar with the transit system? There's a whole list of things that go on with, you know, getting to reentry.
When I got out, I was able to get a resource to go to, and that started the process.
Well, how you gonna survive in society if you ain't got no money and you ain't got no email address? At that time, I didn't realize how important an email address was. And she said, if you have an email address, you don't really exist.
The first thing I wanted to do was find work. I knew it was gonna be a process, but the fact that I had been in for the 17 months that I was in and going to a new area, I wanted to make sure that I started getting income as soon as possible and could be able to take care of myself and my responsibilities.
When I first came home, I just wanted to eat a nice meal. And it was hard to do that. I couldn't eat the food. It was hard for me to digest the food because I was so used to the prison food for so many years.
While I was incarcerated, I was tested for HIV. And I was diagnosed with HIV while I was incarcerated. In fact, I was diagnosed with AIDS while I was incarcerated. Philadelphia Fight has a linkage program to the Philadelphia County Jail I was in. So I was visited by one of their workers from Philadelphia Fight, and they kind of gave me a pathway, a map, what I'm supposed to do when I get out and where I'm supposed to go. So I was told to come to Philadelphia Fight. There were some people there waiting for me, people who would support me and love me and accept me and not judge me. And I took a chance. I joined the organization called the Philadelphia County Coalition for Prison Healthcare. And I became a part of that volunteer organization. We would canvass people waiting for the bus, asking, do you have loved ones who needed health care or who weren't getting the proper health care? So that's how we got to meet people, because we met their families. Going to Philadelphia Fight because of my HIV diagnosis gave me an instant extended family of other people living with HIV, and my life has just changed.
Mass incarceration.
You're not fitting into society, so we're going to put you away. You know, and that's harmful to everybody. Nobody wins from that.
You get tired of going to go see your loved one or somebody that you love and you say that you care about locked behind bars. And then like it's hard when you leave because you know that once you leave, they're not coming with you.
Instead of punishing these people, we should be trying to, help them accept themselves and realize that they need to change.
I never wanted to go to prison and stuff like that, you know. I grew up in a poor neighborhood. I grew up in a poor family, you know. I had to survive. I had to help my family. So I had to do what I had to do, you know. Not realizing that there were better things out there for me and better opportunities for me. But I never had nobody show me nothing.
Hopefully you come away from that situation with a better understanding of who you are.
What helped me was trying to stay positive, you know, being with people that were trying to do something with their life.
I think support groups would help people when they're coming home, being able to be around other women that have been incarcerated and being able to know that you're not in it by yourself.
So, where do you see yourself 3 years from now?
Hopefully in a career type position.
I see myself in a successful job, doing the right thing.
I see myself designing a video game just for like the youth and young adults.
I see myself 3 years from now being a grandfather that I should be, being a better human being, gainfully employed, and being able to help those who still suffer from mental health and substance abuse issues.
You know, I've been HIV positive for 27 years. You know, I have hep C, I have hep B, I have cirrhosis to the liver, I have a thyroid problem, but I don't let this stuff get in my way.
Mom, coming home. Yeah, been a long time. I love you too. Yeah. Trying to find my way to freedom. I'm running from heaven. Hey, trying to be a better man, forgetting all my troubles. Hey, hey.